So today I'll show you guys how to find the perfect swing trade using Finviz. So I've been using Finviz a lot more to do fundamental research, and I realized it's actually a pretty good tool to find swing trades. So I'll show you guys the exact setting that I use to find swing trades and also how you can implement these settings to find the perfect one for yourself. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this video. As usual, all the tools that I'm using will be linked in the description. That includes broker, chart, newsfeed, and scanner. So if you're looking for any of these tools, everything will be linked down below. So if you're not familiar with Finviz, Finviz is a free website that gives you a lot of information on stocks. So if you're looking to trade or swing trade or invest in any company, all the information you're going to need is going to be on this website. This website is completely free. That's the good thing. You can pay for the premium version like I did, just so I don't get the ads, but overall the functionality is going to be pretty much the same except for a couple of things. So what we're going to be doing today is create a screener to find the perfect swing trade, and to do that we're going to click on the screener over here. But before even building the screener, there's something we need to do, is find some good example of swing trade that work so we can understand the criteria behind them and put them in this screener. So we're gonna go look at a couple charts. So over here on screen I have Tesla, and as we can see, Tesla, as soon as it starts to trend over the SMAs, it starts to go higher. We can also look at some other example over here of NIO. As soon as we got above the SMAs, it started to trend. And we can also see that it's above all these SMA. These is the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200. And we can see that when it's below pretty much the 50, the trend is gone. So we're going to look at a couple more examples to see the same thing. So we can see that we want the stock to be above the SMA. Same thing with Ford, the stock gets above the SMA and we get this nice trend. So now that we have a couple examples to work with, we're going to go back into the screener and we're going to be building this screener. So over here we can see we're in the technical and we want the stock to be above the SMA 20 and we want the stock to be above the SMA 50. So this was the basic criteria that we had on all the example that we looked at. So the stock was always above the SMA 20, always above the SMA 50, because when we got below the SMA 50, the trend was normally over. If you go look at historical data, it's going to be pretty accurate. So this is a good baseline to work with. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into descriptive and we're going to be looking for price of stock over $2. I want the stock to have 5 million shares and over traded on a daily basis. The reason why I want that is I want to make sure that the stock is really liquid and I can exit pre-market or after hour if I need to. So these are going to be the basic criteria, and we can see that now we have 63 stock to look at. We could go with just this list over here and go into the snapshot and just look at all the stocks that are there, and they have pretty nice setups. So we have EVCT over here created this tight range. We have also BKLN over there, and we can see a lot of them are actually below the SMA 200. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the technical and we're going to look to add also the above SMA 200. So now by adding also the SMA 200, we really have the setup that we were looking for. So if we go back to the chart, we can see that we're looking for something like this over here. NIO, as I mentioned, we're looking for something like this. We have SoFi when it was looking pretty good over here. So this is a good baseline. So a lot of the stock that we looked at have something in common, is they have a lot of volume, as I mentioned, and they also have volatility. So what we're going to be adding over here, we're going to go back into the technical and we're going to put week over 3%. So we want stocks that are pretty volatile in a good place, so we don't have to track them for too long. So over here we have stock with over 3% in volatility. So now what we have AMD, we have BFRI, we have CLF, we have this stock that's super extended, we have a couple of small caps. So we have also LI that looks like a really nice setup, MRO also, SOXL, we have TQQQ, and also what we're going to be over here, Tesla, XPEV. So these are actually pretty much all the stock right now that I'm looking to swing trade. So now that I have a quality list of stock, what I'll do is I'll go to trading view and I'll start putting some alerts. So I'm not going to import all the stock once again, but just for some example. So if I'm looking at Tesla, what I'll put is I'll put the trend line for the macro setup, and I'll also add some alerts earlier. So if the stock never gets above this level, I'm not going to go look at it, but I'm going to need the stock to get back above this level to get my attention, because I'm looking for a breakout of this trend line over here. If I'm looking at something like XPEV, which is really in play, I did miss the trade because I didn't want to trade in the holidays. So this was the entry over here. We can see that it got back pretty much above everything there. and this is the trend. So if it starts consolidating over here and creates a new range, I'll look maybe for a new entry. But for this one, I'm gonna put an alert lower. So I'm gonna put something that if we get back probably to this level, I'm gonna create an alert. So now I have an alert if we get back to this level, because if it starts ranging over here, I want to be getting involved. So I'll start putting alerts on all the stocks that were on this watch list, so I don't have to track them every single day. I might create a master watch list in my TradingView platform so I can just scroll through them, but overall I'll just be putting alerts where I'm looking to get long these stocks, or if I'm looking for a pullback, what level do I want to be interested in. So this is how you find good swing trade using Finviz. So it is a free tool and it's very complete. So if you're looking to get into swing trading and looking to find setup, that's a good way to start. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next.